Hi all. In this class, you will learn bridging gap of knowledge construction between content knowledge and pedagogy knowledge, school knowledge and out of school knowledge, experiential knowledge and empirical knowledge, knowledge on action and reflection on outcome of action, theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge, universal knowledge and contextual knowledge. Bridging the gaps of knowledge construction between different domains is essential for meaningful, holistic, and transformative education. Here is an analysis of how to bridge each of these key knowledge gaps. Bridging gap of knowledge construction between content knowledge and pedagogy. Content knowledge is what to teach, and pedagogical knowledge is how to teach. Content knowledge refers to deep understanding of subject matter, including its key concepts, principles, theories, and practices. It is critical for effective teaching as it enables the teacher to understand the subject matter they are teaching and to convey that knowledge effectively to their students. Pedagogical knowledge refers to the understanding of how to teach and facilitate teaching effectively. It includes knowledge of teaching strategies, instructional design, assessment, classroom management, and students' learning process. Steps that teachers can take bridge the gap between content knowledge and pedagogical knowledge are: teachers should assess their current level and identify areas to improve, and seek out professional development opportunities and collaborate with colleagues and reflect on teaching practices. Assess current level means you need to know where you stand in terms of your knowledge and skills in both areas. This can be done through self reflection, feedback from colleagues, and professional development assessments. Identify the areas where you need to improve. Once you have assessed your current level of content knowledge and pedagogic knowledge, identify the areas where you need to improve. This can be done by analyzing students' data, reflecting on your teaching practices, and identifying areas where you and feel less confident. Seek out professional development opportunities. Professional development is a key to bridging gap between content knowledge and pedagogical knowledge. Seek out workshops, conference, and online courses that focus on content knowledge and pedagogical knowledge in your subject area. Collaborate with colleagues. Collaborating with colleagues can help you to develop new strategies and approaches teaching your subject. Work with colleagues in your subject areas to share best practices and learn from one another. Reflect on teaching practices means regularly reflect on your teaching practices to identify areas where you can improve. Use data and feedback from the students to adjust your teaching strategies and improve students' learning. Next topic, bridging gap of knowledge construction between school knowledge and out of the school knowledge. In school knowledge, that is a formal setting such as classroom, lectures, and tutorials, it is typically structured and follow a set curriculum. It always called formal education. School knowledge also provides opportunities for students to develop a wide range of skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, communication, and teamwork. It develops a skills while going to a school. Schools provides a platform for students to interact with their peers, form relationships, and develop social skills. Out of school knowledge such as traveling, volunteering, working can provide valuable knowledge and insights that cannot be learned in a classroom. It gives a life experience. Out of the school refers to knowledge that is gained through self directed learning, reading, and exploration. It is typically not structured or part of formal curriculum. It is informal learning. For bridging the gap of knowledge construction between school knowledge and out of the school knowledge, experiential learning, field trips, community projects, and life skill activities. Culturally responsive teaching acknowledge and integrate local knowledge systems, folk practices, and lived experience. Involve students in bridging their outside experience into classroom discussion. Next is bridging gap of knowledge construction between experiential knowledge and empirical knowledge. Experience learning can be divided into two major categories: field based experiences and classroom based learning. Field based experience includes internships, practicums, cooperative education, and service learning. Classroom based experience learning can take place a multitude of forms including role playing, games, case studies, simulation, presentation, and various types of group works. Real world perception or direct experience are the only way that empirical knowledge may be acquired. Knowledge provides us with information about the nature of the world and the objects that exist and their traits. Empirical knowledge we gain from our senses. This understanding is based on empirical research. The best way of determining the accuracy of such knowledge is science. Experiential knowledge is personal and intuitive. Empirical knowledge is systematic and evidence based. Through reflective practice, encourage learners to reflect on their experiences and relate them to research based theories. Case studies and simulations allow learners to analyze personal experiences through scientific framework. Action research, teachers and learners study their own practices to generate valid empirical data from experiences. This all helps to bridge the gap of knowledge construction between experienced learning and empirical knowledge. Knowledge on action and reflection on outcome of action. Action means practice without reflection limit learning. Reflection without action lacks real world applications. Experiential learning cycle plan, act, observe, reflect, and reply. Portfolio and journaling document actions and outcomes, reflect on effectiveness. Mentoring and peer discussions encourage dialogues on outcomes of teaching or learning actions. These help bridging the gap of knowledge construction between knowledge on action and reflection on outcome of action. Next is bridging the gap of knowledge construction between theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge. Theoretical knowledge explains principles, practical knowledge applies them. The disconnect leads to ineffective implementation. Theory to practice linkage. Use models like learn, apply, review in classrooms. Internships and practicum. Give students real teaching or work experience. Problem based learning. Use real world problems to explore theoretical framework. Next is bridging gap of knowledge construction between universal knowledge and contextual knowledge. Universal knowledge is abstract and generalizable. Contextual knowledge is specific to culture, time, and place. Localization of curriculum adapt teaching to learners' socio-cultural environment. Critical pedagogy encourage students to ask questions and relate global ideas to local context. Comparative study explore how universal concepts apply differently in various contexts. These bridging strategies helps to create a knowledge construction between universal knowledge and contextual knowledge. Bridging these knowledge gaps involves a multidimensional approach that values integration, reflection, context, and learner agency. Education should be connected with more inclusiveness and practice oriented to foster meaningful learning. That concludes today's topic. Thank you. Please subscribe the channel for more videos.